Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauryn. In this video, I will be teaching you the basics of a hinge and a swing. Follow along, leave any questions in the comment section below, and be sure to like and subscribe. We must first start by defining a hinge. A hinge is when we push our hips back, our shins stay vertical, our spine stays nice and long, we gather strength in through our hamstrings and our glute, we brace our core, and we stand up by driving our hips through, squeezing our glutes, bracing our abs. Repeat that for one or two more. Push your hips back, keeping your spine nice and long, keeping your shins parallel, stand up. Notice the feel and the difference between a hinge and a squat. A squat, our feet might be slightly wider. We sit down, our knees come over our toes, and our hips drop below our knees. Stand up. For more on squats, we'll be learning about those in a future video on the bar. For now, we'll focus our attention on our hinges. If you have an object, place it on the floor in between your feet, about hip width apart. The object could be a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a book, something to reach for. I want you to take your hands, place them on your hip creases, and start pushing your hips back. Reaching back behind you, check if your shins are still vertical, your hips are reached back, you feel some work in your hamstrings, maybe some lengthening there. As you stand up, squeeze your glutes, drive your hips into the floor, and stand up tall. Repeat again. Hands on hips, chop back, spine is nice and long. Keep your hands in those hip creases, they should be nice and snug in there. Stand up tall, pushing your feet into the floor, squeezing glutes, tight at the top. We're going to do an exercise where we pretend to lift our bell off the floor. We're going to, again, hinge on our hips, spine nice and long. Grip your bell or your object, pull your shoulders down. Pretend that object is 500 pounds and there's no way you're lifting it. Imagine lifting it. Push the floor down. Grip the object tight. 3, 2, release. Stand up without. Let's do that again. Hips hinge back. Spine is nice and long. Core is tight. Hands grip the bell. Shoulders pull down. Abs brace. Nice tight grip. Imagine ripping the bell apart. Push the floor, 3, 2, up without. Whew, that should feel like some work. If you have that dumbbell or object to pick up, not too heavy, let's try picking it up. Chop your hips, hinge. One hand, two hand grip, pack shoulders, load up those hamstrings and glutes, lift a little bit off the floor, and then in one move, lift it all the way up, hinge, bell goes down, stand up without. Repeat. Hip hinge back, nice long spine. Find your bell, grip, pull your shoulders down, preload that tension, 1 unit, tall. Put bell down. Stand up without, shake it out. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. And that top position, I want you to think back to the plank we learned and get that tension high when you're at the top of your deadlift. Here we go, 2 more. Chop your hips, vertical shins, neutral spine, pack. Inhale, brace abs, up, tight, hinge. Bell goes down, up without. One last time. Chop, grip, pack. Inhale, brace. 1 unit. Nice and controlled down. Up without. Shake it off. Now that we've learned the basics of a hinge, we can start introducing our swing. I'm going to show you a swing first, and then we'll break it down step by step. To start, we need to learn how to set up. Stand facing your bell with your big toes touching the edge of your bell. Pivot on your heel out 90 degrees. Rotate on those toes. Same thing, other side. Pivot, rotate. Rock back and forth on your feet a couple times, finding grip in the floor. We'll begin in our hike pass position. Hips chop back into your hinge. Hands find the bell. Don't tip it, just leave it on the floor right now. Pull your shoulders down, extend your arms. I want you to take your bell, imagine your bell from the floor into your hike pass position. This looks like from here, pulling to our hike or our groin, bell's gonna go back down. Imagine, pull, bell comes back down. One more time, pull, bell comes down. Stand up, shake it out. One tip that's very important there is when we're in that start position, as we pull to our groin, we still stay low. We don't pop out. We're gonna perform a couple hike passes. If you'd like to do it with your bell, let's join me. If not, you can do that again body weight. Let's try 3 hike passes. Tip your bell on your side, pack your shoulders, root your feet, bell pulls, bell sets back down. Pull, set, brace, set. 2 more. Pull, pull, bell down, up without. Whew. The next step is to revisit our plank position. Let's cue up our plank, get that tension, and then we'll move on to our top position. Hinge to find the floor, walk yourself out, hands under your shoulders, toes tuck, lift up, tuck under, squeeze, pull, high tension here. 5 more seconds. This is the top of your swing position. 4, 3, 2, hinge. Walk your hands back to stand back up. You're going to be thinking about that tension every time you're in the top of your swing. Place your feet wider than hip width. They're about in that swing stance. Take your arms out in front of you. Make fists. Pull your shoulders back. Pack your lats by pulling your shoulders down. Squeeze your glutes. Brace your abs. Make everything really tight and hold up here. Just like you're in your plank, but you're standing for 3, 2, and relax. Top of your swing. Next, we need to explore the down of the bell. From our top position, extend your arms, stay tall, slowly let your arms fall. Your arms are going to continue to fall until you need to move out of the way. At that point, your hips shoot back, the bell reaches through your legs, you keep your abs braced, you load up your glutes, hips are going to pop through, extend, that power sends your bell floating, plank, bell starts to fall. Plain chicken here, bell starts to fall, must move, hinge, load it up, through, chop, up tall, plank position, 1 more fall, hinge, and we'll put that imaginary bell down, up. Whew. Before we do any full swings with weight, we're going to increase the ballisticness of that activity and try to repeat some pop and chops. Stand with your feet hip width apart. Take your hands out in front of you. Chop your hips back, pop your hips forward. Chop your hips back, pop your hips forward. Repeat, chop, pop. At the back here, loading up glutes and hamstrings. At the top, abs and butt. Now, include your breathing. When we swing and breathe, we match our exhale to our hip snap through. Inhale down, exhale hips. Inhale. Great. Shake it out. One drill we really like using is called the stop swing. That's where we do 1 swing, park the bell, repeat. One swing, park the bell. Let me show you. Set up position, pivot, pivot, find your stance, chop hips, grip bell, pack shoulders, inhale, brace, one full swing, park, repeat, pull, swing, park. 3 more. Last one. Up without. Whew. Before we put a couple swings together for some continuous swings, let's review 3 very important points. 1, rooting your feet into the floor. 2, breathing and bracing at that top position. And 3, plank out at the top. No arching that back, stay tall, abs and glutes stop you at the top. We're going to do some swings consecutively here. I'm going to do a set of 5. We'll stop. We'll talk about a couple things. We'll do one more set of 5. Set up, toes touching the bell. Pivot, rotate, pivot, rotate, rock back and forth. Hinge. Hands grip bell. Pull the bell back. Pack your shoulders. Inhale, brace. 5 swings. Up without. Excellent. We're going to do that one more time. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's okay. You're patterning the same thing, body weight. If you'd like to go back and practice your hinges, go back to phase 1, practice those hinges again. One more set of 5 swings. Same setup. Set your feet. One more set of 5. Hinge, grip, pack, brace. Up, shake it out. Thank you for following along today as we explored the hinges and swings. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. Here at Bars and Bells, we provide simple exercises to feel strong. Continue practicing the basics series, and we look forward to having you in class.